song, that Lady Gaga song. Say something about you and I. Right? What is it that I like the opening part? It's been a long time since I've been around. This time I'm not leaving without you. You know, it's funny. I've been thinking about that too. Because a large part of what this stuff that's happened is I did surrender to spirit. I said, okay, what do you want me to do? And clearly some rearranging of some things was required. And I love everything about that. Though it's funny because that song, I mean, it clearly reminds me a lot of my DM. Spirit keeps telling me that it's like playing that song around him a lot too, and it clearly reminds him of me also. But what it actually makes me think about is y'all, because I did say the other day, I was like, I'm in such a funny place in my life, and especially with everything I've learned, how this channel has grown, like so many different things, that like manifesting $1 million does not seem like a complicated thing. Like I realized that a lot of what stopped me before in having any sort of success and stuff was all the layers of shadow and just BS like conditioning that people had thrown on my mind, like, well, I can't because of that, or only if the lottery, or nah, this and that, or even the whole, well, first I'd have to find a job that will pay me what I'm worth. Like there are so many ways to do so many things in this universe, and when we stop limiting ourselves on the ways that we will allow goodness, benevolence, abundance, kindness, things like that to come in, they just float in. It's like Abraham Hicks talks about, like with the cork. Like most of the time, what prevents us from having a good life is us. Like I'm not saying that we were born and we're like, I'm just gonna have this pile of crap on top of me. No. However, there's a certain point where you got to look at it like, you want to be right or do you want to be happy? And you take personal accountability and you look at, what am I doing that's continuing this old story? What am I doing that's holding myself back? Where am I limiting myself? And when I think about that line with this time, I'm not leaving without you. Actually, what I think about is you watching this. Like, one of the reasons I started my channel in 2019, like I started it with tarot and I've always loved tarot and I want to do tarot. I'm still doing tarot. It's still a thing. However, what I've always really wanted is to be a coach. I used to jokingly say it, and now it's like a real thing. As I tell my DM, like I want to be I want to be a coach for people the way that Tony Robbins is a coach for people, in the sense that he actually helps them make a difference in their lives. And he even says, like, I'm not a guru. He is, but like, he says, I'm the why guy. I'm the one that asks the why questions. I learn how other people did it. And then I just come back to everyone else and I share with them what I've learned. Like, if it works for you, use it. If it doesn't, move on to the next thing. What will work for you, And then, but mix that in with Dolly Parton, who's, I'm a Capricorn, she's a Capricorn, and I love everything about her, especially her look. I love it because she openly tells people, she's like, my look is inspired by the town whore, or the town tramp. Like when she was little, growing up in southern state, there was the town tramp, and she had her makeup all done up, and she had big hair, and she looked nice, and she liked her body. And Dolly, like, even though everybody was like, no, you shouldn't do it, she's like, no, like, I intentionally want to do that, and she loves it. And that's kind of the embrace the absurd energy that I love. So like, mix those two together, and like, that's the me that I've been working on. And I started this channel with that intention. And even my DM and a lot of other people said I should teach too. And like, it's been really inspiring, because even like going through the roots of homelessness and going through stuff like that, I've had, especially kids and teens, but like even adults are saying, you should teach. And like, I do want to teach. I am really seriously considering finally going for my philosophy degree once things are more set up, because I've wanted that for a while. The shadow that held me back on that is, what can you really do with a philosophy degree? And a lot of people said, well, you could teach, but then I thought, you know what, I like that. However, the system has got so many challenges with it. And I liked the idea of going as being a coach and then doing a YouTube channel, because then I can teach, and you can say, yes, I love that, and learn it and use it in any way you want, or you can say, no, I don't like it. You can reach out to me personally, I can help you customize it, or you can go, nah. You know what I mean? Like, there's ways to help each other in that. And just this whole, like, I mean, this is nowhere in this was nowhere in my imaginings of how the end of 2021 would go or the beginning of 2022 would go. In fact, I remember when Spirit was just like, stop trying to plan everything. You know, how can we pleasantly surprise you if you always need to know everything and need to have everything in this perfect little order and stuff. And one of the things that kept coming to my mind was, I don't know what's about to happen. I just know it's going to be really, really amazing. And, you know, or legendary or good or things like that. And it really, like, that sense has been with me the whole time, no matter what we've gone through. And it's like, you know what? Look at how many people hold on to like a negative perspective of things and they get that. So what would be the difference in going the other side? It's all manifestation. But when I think about that, like, this time I'm not leaving without you, like, y'all. You know what I mean? Like, first of all, I genuinely don't know what myself and my son and his emotional support bird would have done without your help. Like, I mean, I had people helping in other communities too, but those of you who donated, those of you who shared my video, those of you who just commented and said kind things, like, all of you, those of you who watched it, and maybe you didn't reach out, maybe, you know, maybe you weren't able to, but you still thought good things, like, thank you. And like, the best gift that I can think to give on that end is to keep speaking, to keep getting out there, and to keep teaching, because I do intend to keep going, keep moving on up, keep glowing up, keep doing the thing. And I know there are plenty of you who've been wanting to do the same thing. And you know what? I might not have 10,000 followers just yet, 10,000 subscribers on there just yet, but just wait. Just wait. And for those of you that, especially Twintuitive 717, you've been here the longest. You saw something, you saw the little spark of divine in me when I started my channel with my little tarot readings, and you've been so inspiring. And I just love that you caught the community posts that I've done about the resurgence of 90s energy, which is already increased. And I already had some syncs with that song Too Close by Next, but then I was like, thank you, Twintuitive, like, yes. I even got some confirmations from my DM not long ago that that's exactly how he's feeling too, and I'm like, haha. Like, anyways, I don't know exactly what 2022 is going to look like. I just know that's going to be legendary and amazing, and I'm not going to go anywhere without y'all with me. So I hope that you'll start sharing your story. I hope that, I mean, even if it's just in my comments section or my emails, I've been so grateful actually for the amount of you that have reached out with your own stories. Aya, man, you've been freaking amazing too. And Darren Dragon Tarot, thank you. You've been amazing as well. And just everybody, whether you've gotten something out of me sharing my story, or whether you've paid attention to the DM or DF channeled letters or anything, like, just thank you for being here. Thank you for being born. And like, I don't know, a part of me wants to be like, I don't want to count my chickens before they hatch, but I can already feel it. They're already hatching. They're already there. So whatever happens next, whether it's like a direct route into that, like, hey, this is amazing and let's have fun with other, higher level things, or whether there's a little more work to do, I'm already there in my heart, and a lot of it is thanks to y'all. So thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next video. I gotta go secure some more jobby and apartmenty sort of stuff, adulting. See you in the next video.